Hey guys, I'm the Fact Freak and welcome to today's deep dive all about this guy here. As you see, I did make an awareness video about them, but there's a lot more to get into. So let's get the trigger warnings out the way. The following video contains content that some viewers may find sensitive or distressing. I strongly advise viewer discretion. This video discusses topics that might invoke an emotional response or raise uncomfortable questions. It is important to approach this content with respect and an open mind. Please be aware the intention of this video is to raise awareness and promote understanding. It is in no way meant to alarm, harass, or cause undue distress to anybody. We have carefully created this content to strike a balance between shedding light on important issues and maintaining a safe and respectful viewing experience, and hopefully some laughs along the way. If you feel the content discussed in this video may be triggering for you, I suggest considering your emotional well-being before proceeding. Remember, it is acceptable to step away or seek support if needed. Self-care and prioritising your mental health is essential. We kindly request all viewers to engage in constructive dialogue within the chat and comment section. And with that said, enjoy the video. Now alongside me is Nkem Kalu, and he is a singer that can be found on many forms of social media. Now, he has been exposed multiple times over the period of 3 years, but it all links back to messaging a 16-year-old schoolboy. And we are going to look into that, how it's come out, and why he thinks he's going to be able to come back to social media and not get called out for his previous actions. Now, the original exposure of this guy and his actions happened over 3 years ago, and this is the thumbnail for that video. All videos that I use today obviously will be in the See More section underneath if you want to go check it out for yourself. But we're going to dive now into some of the most crucial parts of that exposure.
You can hear it.
I can tell, so.
And these are the voice notes from that guy.
You got any pics without your top?
This is to a 16-year-old school child.
You can send me. I'm sure you must have many from your gym travels, gym lad. I bet you'd live in the gym if you could.
Do you want me to read it out? Or can you read that?
I think his face says it all, to be fair.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, I can tell, so. You got any pics without your top? You can send me. I'm sure you must have many from your gym travels.
Unless you plan to skipping a day off school with me.
You cannot deny that he knew the age of this kid when he's talking about skipping school days to meet.
So let's meet tomorrow. Go from there. I'm not free tomorrow. All right. Give me a day. You're holding up money. My money. Remember that. It's manipulative.
It's grooming. It's grooming.
Yo.
Yeah, I just read that message too.
Where's left? You have to doubt. He's saying, oh, he doesn't want to do it, and he says, if you don't do it, yeah, you have to down a bottle of drink.
These messages are horrific. What is this? He offers a service. Oh. I mean, that's at full mast, isn't it? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Wrestling, he says. Well, now I know why his Twitter's down. That's a kid. What worries me the most is we've already seen him at full mast while doing wrestling, and now he's doing it with a kid.
Doesn't mean anything.
In his living room as well, not like somewhere that they would train. I was shocked to find that his apology videos that he made at the time about this are still on TikTok on this account here called the Old Kalu. Now, he is currently active on a different account called Midnight Sings, but this account here is still active. And we're going to have a look at that apology. Let's see how he tried to dig his way out of it.
This is the hardest video I've ever had to do. I didn't want to do this, but there's a lot of things flying around on my name.
You mean evidence, screenshots, messages.
And it's affecting myself, my family, our safety.
It's your actions that are affecting them. You did it.
My friendships, connections, etc. So it's time that I
people don't want to be friends with a peddler. Who'd have thought?
addressed all this stuff. Hopefully give you guys some clarity.
I bet you don't.
On who I really am. So I've written some stuff down. I'm gonna...
Why do they always make notes? I should make notes. Should I script my videos? Maybe.
Read it out for you guys. I'm not good with this conflict drama stuff.
You're good with sliding into little boys' messages, though, into their DMs.
It's very hard to be completely honest about this, and
Well, I mean, yeah, I bet.
really hoped that it wouldn't seep into my Smule life and other social medias, but they won't let me live any sort of life because of how they feel about me, what I have done, and what they believe I have done. Here's the truth. Jeremy Snow and his people threaten me and others
I don't know who that is.
that support me on TikTok live the other night over all of this and implied
Oh, because you talk to kids. Well, that does happen. People don't like people like that.
that I should leave the social platforms I'm on or I'll be in danger.
Well, I mean, that's true. It's not a threat. It's not a threat. When you put out there and everybody can see you're the guy who slides into schoolboys' DMs and asks for inappropriate pictures and all of this sort of stuff, and people don't like people like that. Sort of threat, that's a warning.
I should never have joined that live, but I did, and I was like a deer in headlights. I'm not a
Yeah, with the evidence in front of you.
criminal by any stretch, but I made a terrible mistake having an explicit conversation with a 16-year-old years ago. I was in my early 20s.
Doesn't make a difference.
Manipulated, coerced, and I regret it every...
Who were you manipulated and coerced by? The child. Who's he trying to say that he was manipulated and coerced by? That's ridiculous.
single day because of the pain and suffering it's caused me and
what about the pain and suffering that it could have caused that child? Oh, you don't think about that, do they? They never think about that.
so many others since one person found it and started using it against me in lockdown. Never getting involved in a rap battle again.
What? Did I miss a rap battle? Kind of annoyed. If anybody has the rap battle, please get in touch with me.
At first, they lied about their age, saying they were 18, and then told me the truth. At that
But they told you the truth, and you proceeded to message them and ask them for all of that stuff, all that horrible stuff.
point, I should have just blocked, but I didn't. I was not
Because you have predatory intentions.
well mentally at the time, and I've learned from...
Oh, wait a minute. I've lost something and I need it for you. Kalu, I've got it. There you go, pal. Honestly.
everything that transpired. I hope that boy has forgotten about all of this and moved on.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it be great if people who went through trauma like that could just forget, but they can't, Kalu. They can't, and that's why people don't think that you deserve to forget your actions either.
Because it was just a conversation and nothing more. It's been haunting.
An explicit conversation with a school child.
Me for many years, and I thought I dealt with the backlash through lockdown, but this is now back on another level.
And it's back again.
Because they don't believe I deserve to sing, live.
You can sing in your own house, away from kids, children, families, social media. You know, like, you can, nobody's stopping you singing. You can sing till your heart's content in your bathroom for all I care.
Or do anything. I lost my Instagram, my joy to sing, my voice to a fever.
Sorry. Some crazy accusations have been put on this.
For months, my TikTok live access to 35k followers.
You know, this could have been in the hospital and couldn't speak. I'm assuming he means on social media. What if it was because he'd been arrested and had his devices seized and couldn't log into his accounts because the police had his devices? Just a for instance. I mean, I don't know. I just don't believe people like you, Kalu, and I don't think people should.
Followers and many.
Don't forget as well, guys, if you want to help push this deep dive out here, hit that like button, takes 2 seconds. Subscribing here is free as well.
People turned on me back then too, so I got some help.
Because of your actions?
And stayed away from all of the things that made me happy and kept me sane, because I feared that history would repeat itself. And now it has.
I wonder how many times you wrote this apology out. Like, how many drafts were there, Kalu? This was the best one you had, was it? Which is all just poor Kalu, poor Kalu. You know what I mean? Or I don't even know if I'm saying your name right. At this point, I don't care. But, like, literally, this was the best you had.
In a much worse way. All I've been doing since all that went down.
Making excuses for your actions, victim shaming, blaming everybody but yourself. Yeah, we've got that.
In lockdown is singing and trying to make a name for myself, but they refuse.
You've made a name for yourself. The singing predator. There you go. The singing TikTok predator. There you go. You've done it. Well done.
Refuse to let me even try and do that anymore.
You've tried. You've failed because you're a pred.
Because there's no forgiveness in their hearts for things like this.
You are correct. You are correct on that statement. I do not forgive you. Guys, tell me in the comments, do you forgive it? I mean, why am I even asking a question?
They don't believe people can change. The police know about all of this and protected me for as long as they could. But
protected from death threats and worse. What's worse than a death threat? What's worse than a death threat? Somebody carried it out? What's worse than a threat? It would be the actual action, wouldn't it? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, good try for dramatic effect, but it really doesn't make any sense.
The people have taken the law into their own hands with this cancel culture stuff.
How dare people use cancel culture or speak out against predatory actions? Wow.
Once again, and people on social media...
You'd have done well on Jeffrey's Island, wouldn't you?
Have me and my family fearing for our lives over this.
Because of your actions. Do you actually have a family? You see, your family. I wonder if it was his partner and his child while he was messaging a 16-year-old boy, schoolboy.
Everything to do with the VIP crew, a group I founded that I apparently...
Oh, this is the wrestling. Weird stuff.
Made to G-Room minors is a mirage of the truth. Even if...
Is that... We've seen you at full mast. And I want to know, is that a mirage of the truth? And also, after saying it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If it looks bad, because there were no intentional attempts at anything wrong or illegal at all. The VIP crew was always about helping talented adults and
seem to be helping you out pretty well.
Young people alike to get exposure on socials for their musical talents.
Well, did you try and run like some sort of agent as well? God, do you imagine?
Even had scouts from different companies supporting us. Connections my members and I made with hard work and graft. How I ran it could have been so much better.
And graft. This guy from the northeast like me. Oh, I'm watching out for you, Fred.
But I've never been great at communicating, especially in conflict.
You had no issue in the messages. Absolutely no issue communicating then. Bloody hell.
And I get very pressed when things don't go my
When people won't send you the topless pictures you request, yeah, I know.
way. Hence why I didn't come across well in that live stream the other night. If anything,
Why do all these predators have foreheads like Mars attacks? This is going to be like the third or fourth predator that's had a huge forehead. Never mind.
came across in a certain manner that is immoral, I can only apologize for any hurt and confusion this whole situation
There's no confusion. We know what you are.
has caused. I have a new number, so I can't access any old WhatsApp chats to debunk things with proof. I messaged Snow because I wanted to talk to him directly and talk through every little detail, not in front of the whole of TikTok, but I was ambushed and bamboozled.
Bamboozled? What a weird time to use that. I was bamboozled by my own actions. I couldn't believe it.
It was like nothing I've ever experienced. I was completely numb. Just know nothing intentionally malicious or inappropriate was intended in the group I made.
Do I have to play the voice note again where you asked the guy a school kid, to send you topless pictures?
No advancements, no ill intentions, nothing. I'm not the monster they need you to believe.
Right.
However,
This is like 5 minutes, and yes, you are a monster. This is 5 minutes into a 9-minute video, and there's a part 2. Do you know what? I haven't got it in me to put myself and you guys through watching any more of this drivel. So we're going to fast forward to when this started getting called out again on TikTok recently. And big shout to everybody who did exactly that, because people need to be aware of people like this. This is a little side note. Whose link tree is this? Well, I found an old link tree and I noticed the wish list. Now, what we know about this guy, would anybody like to buy him? Any of these? What? Oh, no. What does he want a little camera for like that? Oh, no. So yeah, as I was saying, recently he's turned up on TikTok again under the username Midnight Sings, and he was called out. He was called out immediately. Good work, people, for doing exactly that. Now I want to listen to this particular one with you guys because I haven't seen this myself.
Hey, brother, why is everyone talking about some child stuff with you, brother?
Yeah. So what I said before, I already addressed it and owned up to it a bunch of times. I made a mistake about 8 years ago, and people can't let it go. They want to see me, locked up and all this stuff. I've spoken to the police and whatnot, and there's nothing criminal. It was just something
Do you want a shovel, mate, so you can keep digging?
I did that I shouldn't have, and I regret it every day.
What do you mean a mistake, though? What did you do?
Yeah, a mistake's putting brown sauce on your chips instead of red, not messaging a school kid.
It was a conversation, stuff that I shouldn't have said.
Inappropriate conversation.
What do you think? Do you think a conversation is acceptable, though? You don't, right?
Well, no, not at all.
So, how old was this person?
It was 16.
And
Madness.
how old are you now?
I'm 30 now.
30.
Yeah,
And how old was the person? How old was you at the time?
about 22, 23.
He looks older, doesn't he? I think he's lying about his age.
Brother, that's no good. And you have to listen. You see when you're talking about people won't let it go. Damn right they shouldn't let it go, bro. That's not cool.
Well said, Hustle.
Well, this is the thing. When someone proves that they're a better person, they've learned from their mistakes. When someone
Yeah,
proves,
I agree in other things. Not at any point where you think it's acceptable to talk to a minor, bro.
Exactly that. And of course, it didn't take long for other people to start speaking out about what they knew about him.
There's numerous
No, because he was saying
years ago, but that's why he's left Instagram, because he got caught out with it, and he was in a
Deleted all of his socials, tried to clean shop.
group chat with young musicians. I literally got sent it all. I used
Wow.
to support this guy. I used to share a screen with this guy. I believed in him so much and his talent.
Oh my
Gifted him.
God.
Then I got found out all of this. He's left Instagram. He's came over to TikTok. I'm sorry, once you're that way, you're always that way.
I agree.
Go and hustle. Go and
What'd you
back
say?
on.
I don't. How do I find him? He was just on the list.
Go on post. Go on invite and then press search.
What was his name though?
His name is Midnight Sings. I've literally been talking about this on my live. Like, it's disgusting.
Nicole's been doing some absolutely amazing. Has been doing some absolutely amazing awareness around this as well. Big shout out to her, guys.
Once you're this way, you can never change. I spoke to him privately off the app, and he says, I made a mistake, but I'm better now.
Wait, who's that? He says he's friends with someone on my list. Who the fuck is that, bro? Wait, he's not gonna join, is he?
He won't join with me because I've been speaking about it non-stop. If there's anything that I would speak up about, it's people like that on the app where you have to be 13 to come on TikTok. Scrolling, he also had a mod that was underage. You don't know.
Well said.
And his co-hosting off.
You don't know the half of it. He had a mod that he was underage. His
No way.
agency kicked him out. Innovation got rid of him like that.
That's crazy.
It's mad.
Honestly, these guys they're among us, man. They're among us all the time. Check your kids' devices.
That's disgusting. Yeah, my man's nasty. So what?
And he'll openly admit being like, yeah, I know that, they were 16.
So-
but it's
so wait, what you're
I've made a
saying, yeah?
mistake. There's a difference between grooming and there's a difference between making a fake.
I hope we are all giving this lady a round of applause. Amazing awareness, and she's absolutely spot on. Brilliant.
Said that Midnight to Sing was exposed by No Face a couple of months ago.
That's right. No Face was involved as well at one point.
Yeah. So wait, what you're saying is, yeah, he was he had a case for it however many years ago, 8 years ago, and then he's just been found out to be doing the same thing a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he was on Instagram and he was found in a chat with minor musicians. He got found out, deleted his Instagram. He came to TikTok.
So there you have it. There is the deep dive into that absolute singing beast. Don't forget as well, guys, to let us know what you think of them in the comments. And there'll be a little box appearing at the top there. If you haven't checked out my deep dives, that's the easiest way. Click on that box and you'll see the playlist. Peace, guys. Catch you later.